Some wounds never heal, especially when they come from family. I've had no contact with my father's side of the family for 12 years. No calls, no visits, not even a single text message. And honestly, my life has been better for it. But last week, someone from that past showed up at my doorstep, forcing me to relive everything I tried to forget. And now I don't know what to do. Maybe I should start from the beginning. I was 10 years old when my parents divorced. At 32, I can look back and understand that not all marriages last. But as a child, it was devastating. I had always believed that my parents were meant to be together forever. The reality hit me like a truck, and I lashed out in ways only a confused kid could. I yelled, I cried, I refused to listen. My mom took it the hardest. She tried to understand me, to comfort me, to make things feel as normal as possible. My dad? He was different. His approach was simple. Life happens. You just deal with it. There was no softness, no effort to reassure me. So naturally, I became closer to my mom. My dad and I were just there. We coexisted, but there was always a wall between us. And then, when I was 14, my world fell apart completely. My mom died in an accident. I still remember the moment I got the news, like someone had yanked the ground out from under me. Suddenly, I had no home, no mother, and no idea how I was supposed to move forward. With nowhere else to go, I was forced to move in with my dad and his soon-to-be wife, Beth. Grieving my mother was already unbearable. But what made it worse? No one else in that house seemed to care. Beth wasn't exactly evil, but she made it clear that I was an outsider in her home. She already had a son from a previous relationship, Josh, 2 years younger than me. And if I was the unexpected intruder, then Josh was the golden child. Beth did everything in her power to push Josh ahead of me. It was the little things at first. Josh always got the bigger bedroom, the better gifts, the extra dessert. If we both wanted to watch TV, Josh's show won. If we both needed something, Josh's needs came first. But then it escalated. Beth started pulling strings to make sure Josh had every possible advantage. She talked to his coaches, his teachers, hell, even his drama instructor, to make sure he got special treatment. Josh wasn't a bad guy. He actually hated it. He called his mom out, tried to apologize to me, but at the end of the day, he still benefited from her meddling. And my dad? He never defended me. That was the worst part. He just sat back and let it happen. By the time I was 18, I knew one thing for sure. I needed to get out. I got into UNCC and, to save money, stayed at my dad's house. Big mistake. At first, I kept my head down, worked, studied, and counted the days until I could leave for good. But then, something unexpected happened. I met Laura. She was smart, kind, and beautiful. The first real happiness I'd felt in years. She gave me a reason to look forward to something. I brought her home a few times to meet my family. And that's when I noticed something weird. Josh was obsessed with her. At first, I thought it was just a teenage crush, something that would pass. But it didn't. He started staring at her, following her around and acting like some kind of lost puppy whenever she was around. I tried to warn him, "Josh, stop. You're making her uncomfortable." But he wouldn't listen. And then, one day, my dad sat me down and said, "We need to talk." I assumed it was about school or house rules. But then he said something that made my blood run cold. "Josh has feelings for Laura, and Beth and I think it would be best if you ended things with her. You don't want to hurt your brother, do you?" I laughed in his face. "You want me to break up with my girlfriend because your son has a crush on her? Are you serious?" But he was dead serious. Beth had convinced him that Josh's failing grades, bad SAT scores, and overall misery were all my fault. I was done. That night, I packed my bags and left. I changed my number, crashed at a friend's place, and eventually moved in with Laura, and I never looked back. Leaving wasn't easy. I had no money, no backup plan, and no support system. But I worked my ass off. Late shifts, weekend jobs, anything I could find. Laura stuck by me through it all, and eventually we made it. We graduated, got good jobs, got married, and bought our first home together. For 12 years, I never heard a word from my father's family until last week. Josh found me. I opened the door, and there he was. Older, thinner, and looking like he'd been through hell. "I need to talk," he said. We sat down, and he started talking. He told me about how his life fell apart after I left. He dropped out of college, fell in with the wrong crowd, got lost, and then he said something that shook me to my core. "I never wanted you to leave. That was all, Beth. And when you were gone, the house felt empty." For the first time, I saw the truth. Josh had never been my enemy. Beth had, and now he needed my help, a place to stay, a fresh start, a second chance. Laura wasn't thrilled about the idea, but in the end, we decided to give him temporary housing and help him find a job. Over time, Josh changed. He worked hard, got a steady job, and even started night school. Eventually, he apologized for everything, for the past, for how things turned out. And surprisingly, Laura forgave him too. Beth and my dad, they're dead to me. But Josh, maybe he was family after all. Some wounds never heal. But some scars remind us how far we've come. And sometimes the people we thought we lost forever find their way back. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so and hit the notification bell to stay updated with more shocking real-life stories happening around you.